So alright, we are making this video for business subject AS level paper 1 because this video is targeted towards all those students who are appearing for business AS level examination in May 2025, and the exam is happening on 6th of May 2025. And I'm sure every one of you must be putting a lot of effort. You must be investing a lot of energy into the preparation of examinations, and every one of us wants to get the best grades, and these videos that we are making are aimed at helping our students, our viewers, to understand the different tips and techniques, uh, the different strategies or the different approaches that could actually be used when appearing for business AS level examination paper 1. So if we talk about the paper time first, like how do we manage time? If you're in the examination and you have like 1 hour 15 minutes for this examination, if you have seen, and for this video we are going to use uh, this May 2023 examination. May 2023 is right in front of your screen also. So May 2023 examination is the one that we're going to use to demonstrate the understanding of paper 1. So you would be able to understand better if you see the paper 1 from the bird's eye view from the top. So if you see the paper 1, there are two sections. This paper is divided into two sections, section A and section B. And in section A you will have 4 questions, and in section B you will have 2 questions. And in section A, as you can see on your screens right now, that you have to answer all 4 questions in the section A part of paper 1 exam, and you have to attempt any 1 questions out of the 2 questions in section B. This total exam is of 40 marks, and the total time allowed is 1 hour 15 minutes. 1 hour 15 minutes. Let's say if I actually talk about the exam that is on 6th May 2025, so it will start at 2 p.m. It will start at 2 p.m. and will end at 3:15. You should be just visualizing the clock in your heads that it's 2 p.m. when you start the exam, and 3:15 is the time when you have to end the exam, right? And the time, if you really want to manage time effectively, then you need to understand that you don't need to reach the examination hall at 2 p.m. Rather, you should reach the examination hall half hour before the time the exam actually starts. Let's say if the exam starts at 2 p.m. you have to be on your examination seat by 1:30 p.m. at least half an hour before the exam starts. This is because the first 15 minutes, when you go into the examination hall, the first 15 minutes is the settling time that you must be giving to yourself, in which you just sit down, you can have water, you can use the restroom, you can just look around who's sitting where, and you can just see the invigilators there. Maybe the first 15 minutes is the settling time that you give yourself, and the next 10 minutes, let's say if it's 1:30 you are on the seat, from 1:30 till 1:45 you're settling yourself, from 1:45 till 1:55 the next 10 minutes is the warm-up time, where you just put your heads down on the seats or tables wherever you are. Just don't care whoever is sitting right besides you. Just take your time, just take 10 minutes of sort of a small power break type thing, where you just head down and you just visualize the exam. The picture that you see on your screens, this paper 1, you should be able to visualize and see this paper in your heads. You should be able to see that, okay, you will have section A, in which you will have 4 questions and you will have to attempt all 4 of them, and then you will have section B, in which you will have 2 questions and you will have to attempt any one, right? So you have to just frame the structure in your heads, and you should ideally, if you really want to manage time effectively, when the exam starts at 2 p.m. You have 1 hour 15 minutes in total, right? So you have like 75 minutes in total. I'll show you a very nice time management breakup. If you see that you have like 1 hour 15 minutes in total for paper 1, which means if you start your exam at 2, the examination ends at 3:15. The first 30 minutes of this examination should be given for section A, and the next 45 minutes should be ideally given for section B. Like the first 30 minutes, when you start at 2 p.m., from 2 p.m. till 2:30 p.m., you just attempt section A. Don't even look at section B. That's a recommendation and suggestion. Obviously, that's just a suggestion, but I would recommend my students and everyone out there to use first 30 minutes to attempt section A, in which you just go straight out and you don't even read section B, because in section A, even if you don't like the question, even if the question is tough or whatever, it's not, you have to still attempt it anyway. So just go in order and just attempt all 4 of them. First 30 minutes are for section A, and the next 45 minutes are for section B. Let's say from 2 till 2:30 you go for section A, from 2:30 till 2:40 the next 10 minutes, from 2:30 till 2:40 the next 10 minutes. Now you should be ideally stopping by you, because you need, if you see section B part of your paper 1, you can see the section B part of this May 2023, the paper that we're using. So if you see, there are 2 questions and you have to stop and plan on these questions for at least 10 minutes. You have to just understand that you have to slow down when you're planning, because a lot of students make a mistake that they're in a very hurry to select the questions, and that's not the right thing to do, because if you select the wrong question, you might end up getting a bad grade because you just made the wrong choice. So you have to give 10 minutes at least to actually stop, read out the questions, read out both the questions. And it's not about selecting the easier one. Most of the students make this mistake that let's select the easier one and so we could write more. No, you don't have to just select the easier one. You have to select the question for which you can actually think of the points. Let's say if you're reading 5A part, and analyze 2 benefits to a business of government grants as a source of finance. So if you're reading this question, ideally in those 10 minutes of planning, you should start writing on your screen, on your papers basically, and you just think of what are the pointers that you're going to write. You need to actually write it down, right? In part A, part B, 6A, 6B, you just write down whatever pointers you're going to write, and those 10 minutes play a very important part in planning your 5A and 5B, 6A and 6B. And then you select, you see the industry. Let's say if you see in 5B, there is a small retailer, and in 6B, there's a new coffee shop. So now you need to understand and visualize those businesses in those 10 minutes. What industry can you talk about better? What pointers can you write it better? It's not about just writing the easier one. That's what my point is. So you give 10 minutes to the planning of and selection of questions in section B, and the next 35 minutes from 2:40 till 3:15, you just then attempt question 5 or 6, whatever you select, and that is how you break up and manage your time. So if I just summarize it, you have 1 hour 15 minutes in total for this examination. From 2 till 2:30, the first 30 minutes are for section A, and the next 45 minutes are for section B, and these 45 minutes are divided into like 10 minutes of planning from 2:30 till 2:40, and from 2:40 till 3:15 is the time for attempting this question 5 or 6, whatever you select. So that is how you manage time, and I'll just lastly show you this slide if you want. So total time is 75 minutes, and you have like, this is the time breakup that you see on your screen right now, and that's how you manage time in paper 1, right?